Hello Neighbor has been out for about 3-4 years, the final build at least. And the game has been, well, as long as you know what they're doing, it's pretty easy, as long as you could avoid all the bugs. So what if we wanted to make it difficult? A lot more difficult. Well, you could turn on the non-friendly neighbor option, but that doesn't make much of a challenge. So what if we don't allow jumping? This rule can make simple, mediocre puzzles impossible. Just trying to get up something impossible. Add 10 more steps to one step. Is Hello Neighbor possible without jumping? Alright, first we have to address what is a jump, and like, what about windows, you know, because you could jump through a window. Well, we're gonna allow jumping through windows because this no jumping is already making this impossible enough. This could add a little more possibility, but we're not going to allow jumping and then jumping through window. Not allowed. And in this clip you could see jumping and then jumping through a window, jumping through a window, and also just plain jumping if you aren't 100% sure what it looks like for some reason. And also, if I jump by accident, I'll just either restart, like hit the restart button, or just walk backwards so it looks like nothing ever happened. Okay, so, first, in Act 1, I just, start the cutscene off. I was kind of not used to jumping here because usually jumping makes this part a lot easier since you can't skip the running phase to the neighbor's house. Alright, so first of all, how do we get to the roof? You can't do anything without getting to the roof. You can't cheese it. You can't do it legitimately. You need the roof 100%. So I thought to myself, well, what can fling me? And there are 3 things that I know that can fling very frequently. Maybe not that frequently, but it's the best of the best. Those items are water buckets, trash, and trash can lid. The water bucket is the best, and also I wasn't actually 100% sure if you can fling yourself without jumping, because usually you could run and jump onto a water bucket and like 100% of the time you would get flung. So my plan was to get a water bucket, though I wasn't 100% sure how to force him to create that trap. I'm pretty sure I could, but I did not have the patience. I wanted to get this done as fast as possible, so I began to try opening doors so he would try to put traps on the door, but he just kept moving on with his day. I tried making noise, some other things, and I tried aggroing him, didn't really work, so let's move on to where I tried, or with some other things like the trash can. So for a really long time I was trying to flip myself with garbage cans, trash can lids, and it wasn't until that I noticed that, yeah, he actually put a water bucket for once. And yeah, I got a water bucket now. That didn't last very long. I have no idea where it went. I actually searched for a while, but I'm not sure where it went. And otherwise, I just kept trying from here. There really was no possibility because I would have to have an amazing luck. I would have to have the right direction, right height, because I don't have any umbrella. I'll take fall damage really easily. So, and I just didn't want to spend all that time. So, in reality, it's not possible. Technically it is, but we're not going to call it possible. So, Act 1, unfortunately, is not possible without jumping. Alright, Act 2 is where things get a little more interesting because, well, more puzzles. During Act 2, I didn't exactly know at first which escape to do because if I wanted to do the red key escape, I would have to have a lot of leverage to get the red key. Plus, the trampoline escape, well that's just pure jumping. So, that leaves the crowbar escape. The crowbar escape requires that I get the shovel. The shovel requires that I empty the shark water. Emptying the shark water is the main problem because if I want to get to that, I'm gonna have to jump. But there is a certain glitch in this game. I didn't want to take two major glitches, but it's not bad. It's just that barely anyone notices it. So, in a second here, I need to get this red chair. This isn't exactly part of the bug, but it'll be used later on. The red chair is very large, so it'll allow me to get enough leverage. The problem is that I can't just jump through the window. The window is too large, so I do some really finicky parkour, which isn't exactly possible because in this game, when you walk off something, you kind of jump and walk off. It doesn't count as a jump, but it's still technically too much leverage in one direction. So I can't do that. I still tried, but I can't. There was another simple way to do it. And what is that simple way? It's the glitch. So if you don't exactly understand what just happened, I kind of just placed the box at my feet. I kind of raised up a little on the box, and then if you pick up the item below you, it kind of pushes you up, and I could just walk through the window. Now that I have the red chair, this is a really good item for me to get some extra leverage. Though I did kind of panic when it kind of wasn't working with me. You know, it kind of bounced me a little, so I was getting scared that it was going to fling me. More scared that it's going to fling itself, and that kind of happened. Thankfully, the wires stopped me from just cheesing the whole thing. Unfortunately, I thought that the red chair was gone forever, and then I would have to either restart or find a different item, but the red chair, it was just on the opposite side. So that way I could just pick it up and hope that this doesn't happen again. Alright, now that I have the key, I kind of got myself in a situation here. Couldn't get out. Alright then. So, I have the key, I just gotta head down to the dollhouse, and that way the bathroom door will be open. At the most part, this is all of Act 2. There isn't much of a challenge besides that first part with the emptying the shark's water, so Act 2 isn't that difficult. Pretty easy, not gonna lie. Yeah, so much skill over here. Yeah. And here we go, Act 3. This is gonna be quite the challenge. Actually, many people know this cutscene. When it came out, there wasn't this cutscene, so I guess you could see it. Cool, yeah. So first off, I actually was gonna kill myself so that way you could see better. It's very dark. Also, why is the neighbor's weird aura, you know, like when he's nearby, not really work well in Act 3. Anyways, yeah, I can't really get over fences. So, of course, the first thing I have to do is I have to open the elevator shaft. Thankfully, in one of the beta releases, the elevator shaft's little knob they have to turn, it's slightly closer, that way you can just touch it, you don't have to throw an item at it. I might or may have had to jump if that wasn't the case, so all I have to do is just get to the elevator shaft, and that will allow me to not actually have to jump for a lot of things, because you'll see here in a second that when we go up here, there is a little door, and this door plays a humongous role in what could have made this impossible. Just this one door allowed this to be possible. So I could just jump down into the blue key area. We won't be able to do the mannequin puzzle legitimately. Does anyone even do that? I don't think anyone does. So I just throw it away, and he can't come up here. And now I have an umbrella. The umbrella is amazing. It saves me so much work. I actually tried to get the magnet gun, but you don't need the magnet gun. You only need it for getting the blue key. So I mean I tried, but I thought I had to. So now I can get the train up and running, and to me it's actually pretty satisfying seeing the train knock down all the, I guess, pieces? Yeah, we'll call them pieces. I don't know, pretty satisfying to me. And now we have the supermarket minigame. Supermarket minigame doesn't require any jumping required, so this was just a breeze. And now I need to get the green key, and I cannot get to the green room without going to the roof, because that requires jumping, and all those boxes in the way. I don't think I'm just gonna box stack to make a staircase. That's very difficult, so I just freeze the globe and then I head up to the attic. Though, thing is, I don't think a lot of people know that you have to click. You don't press, you don't drop it in, you have to click to get it, so this was actually pretty difficult. I didn't know if the ice was going to melt, because yeah, it does that. That's what ice does in life. So I kind of panicked a little, though otherwise it was a much easier option to just... It's just much easier to super throw and just have a knockdown. I may have actually never needed to cool the ice, but, you know, it adds to the challenge, I guess. Also, what is that weird visual bug with the box on my screen? Just noticed that. Ice kind of whack. Yeah, here, I was actually trying to break the ice, but... Anyways, moving on. This way, with the red gramophone, we can head all the way up. Or not. You know that you need to you go on the train. Alright, simple, I get on the train. But, jump. That's not a thing. And that one thing, this took me 2 hours to figure out. I tried boxes, I tried big chairs, I tried flinging myself, I tried spazzing out on the train and hoping that it would give me enough leverage to get on the roof. But, yeah. You know the physics in this game, right? They're, kind of weird. Yeah. Easy. I actually had to make sure I was doing recordings there because that was tough. So, anyways, now that that's out of the way, thankfully I can unscrew that and I will never have to do that again. So, going up, I was 100% sure where the room with the electromagnet was, but first I actually had to get up these stairs. And don't worry, it's possible. Come on. Alright, well, gotta use the gramophone. There we go. So just blast amazing music to these plants. There we go. There we go. You have the green key. The Sphere of the Skull minigame, it does not require any jumping. Well, jumping could help, but it's not like it makes it impossible or anything, so this can be done really easily. And well, sadly, we cannot continue from here. The Act 1 basement is not possible without jumping, the Act 3 basement is impossible without jumping, and getting the double jump is not possible. You need to jump in order to beat it otherwise. And how are you supposed to get to the top anyways without jumping? There's nothing that you could pick up that would fling you, and so Hello Neighbor without jumping is not possible. I hope that this was some sort of enjoyment, and I would really like to do more challenge videos like these in the future. And I'm planning to do one pretty soon, though it's probably going to take a while. But goodbye.